moved here from the US as well, like all of us? You have moved here for a better life, or did you just find the gentleman? Are you guys married? What's happening here?
Yeah. Yeah, I came with him.
Sometimes you find the one. Nice. And you are German, or?
Yes.
German, yes. Yeah. 100%, yes? And you were in the US. As a German, you were in the US? Just roaming around, or?
Oh no, we didn't meet there.
Different story.
Yeah.
Different story. You should hear about my other appliances, yes? You moved here. How did you move here? From the US? Now we kind of know. When did you move here?
Well, I didn't move from the US, but I moved in 2017.
From?
Afghanistan.
Okay, now we get it. So why did you move from Afghanistan? So you were in Afghanistan. You were working with the embassy, the army?
No, it was a research organization. Me. Yeah, I know. But it really
Really? Were you researching the poppy fields, or what was? That's interesting. Afghanistan. It makes sense if you've also been to Afghanistan. That's a lot of researchers here today. Yeah? They all came out in droves, right? You were also researching in Afghanistan?
No.
Are you from Afghanistan?
No.
Do you have contracts there?
Maybe.
Where are you from?
From Pakistan.
Just visiting the fellow stans, just fucking... Yeah, well, you were in Afghanistan for what purpose?
Just hanging around.
Nothing suspicious. It's just... how every now and then you go to, you go to Noikol and you get a kebab? When you're in Pakistan, you go to Afghanistan, you get an AK-47, whatever you need to get. I don't know, I haven't been to Afghanistan, I have some friends there, but I don't know, what was the state when you were there? You were there in 2017, right?
That's when I left, yeah.
Okay, so this was before the retreat of the American forces. Maybe you've seen the videos?
Yeah.
You've seen that video of like the airplane? Yeah, okay, yeah. So you were there before that?
Yeah, before.
And everything was much chiller. You didn't feel a sense of retreat?
It had been starting. It was starting.
Okay, but you went there, you researched this retreat. Well, what was the research on?
Oh, it was just various things, like social things, and things like the... Well, the government was having elections and whatever then too.
And they were like, oh my God, that's crazy, let's influence them.
No, let's measure how they're being influenced.
Let's measure how they're being influenced, okay. So you got the influencers and the measurers of the influencers. It's kind of like, how in the porno you have the actors and the guy that fluffs the pillows. You gotta make sure the decor looks perfect as well, right? So that was kind of the situation, is you were there, how are these elections? How long did you spend in Afghanistan?
About 5 years. Wow.
It's a lot of measuring. So you were like, well, we saw one election, let's measure that. 5 years, that's just crazy. Do you ever like go to like a party and then people are like, what do you do? I'm an accountant. And you're like, I went to Afghanistan for 5 years. And it's an AMA for you, like ask me anything, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Do you ever just drop that in the conversation, become the most interesting person there? Like, what did you do? I moved here from Nuremberg. Oh yeah? I was to the modern day Nuremberg. Okay, I went there, I figured it out. What was the most difficult thing what was the cultural difference? Things that you could do before in the US? Were you in the US before Afghanistan, or?
Oh, yeah.
You were in the US? Where in the US?
Nebraska.
Sounds like a smooth transition. So you're in Nebraska. I don't even know anything about Nebraska. That's how like, I know more about Afghanistan than Nebraska. And to be honest with you, sounds like Nebraska needs to be bombed. No, that sounds like it. Nebraska is, I don't know, where is Nebraska in the US? I know Minnesota where it is now because I keep seeing it on the news.
Okay, to know where Minnesota is, you go to the west and there's the Dakotas, and then you go down North Dakota, South Dakota, and then...
All I heard was Bulgaria, Albania. You got Albania right here. These are like the Balkans of the USA, right? Like this is North Dakota is Montenegro. We got Bosnia over here. Minnesota is a little bit like Serbia now. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Okay.
It's just one of those rectangle states.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're here. and we're probably red, but we don't know yet. But anyway, then you were in Nebraska, and then you were studying in Nebraska, and they're like, Afghanistan. Like they send you to the corner, Afghanistan.
No, I didn't.
But did they like, what was the appeal? Like, do they write off your student debt? Do they like...
No, I just was looking for a job and actually...
This is how bad the job market is in the US, right? Like, AI is getting all the jobs, not the Afghanistan jobs. This is gonna be our future when like ChatGPT and like all these Gemini is taking over. It's like, what do you want to do? Well, you're going to the war zone. That's the only. But it wasn't a war zone. You went there and you were happy. What did you have to tell people about this? Your family. You went to your family. It was like, hey guys, happy Thanksgiving. I'm going to Afghanistan. And they were like, she's a liberal. Or that's pretty crazy, right? They were not happy.
I mean, they dealt with it. But it was fine.
They're like, all right,
Yeah.
salute the troops. You became part of the troops, right? And what was your favorite thing about Afghanistan?
Oh my gracious.
This is a Nebraska lingo, my gracious. My goodness golly, yes?
I don't know. I mean, it was a fun like expat scene there at the time.
Ah,
Yeah.
like, it's a lot of belly dancing, or what's happening in that?
Just like different. I mean, I don't know, like meeting people from France, from Spain, from all over the world, from Germany.
You met there? Is that where you met? You guys are like, you're from Germany, I'm from Afghanistan, you're from the USA, oh my God, how did we end up here? And you're also a researcher.
No, but Halloween party, 1 o'clock in the morning. Hi.
1 o'clock in the morning in Afghanistan, Halloween party. Were you wearing a turban? Is anyone wearing a turban? Because at that point, it's not cultural appropriation, it's cultural appreciation. We're in the culture, right? It's the natural. Nice. And you were like 1 a.m. Oh my God, you're from Nebraska. I am from Munich. And then you were like, let's leave Afghanistan behind. Maybe I'll show you the world. Where? Schleswig-Holstein. That's let me show you. Have you ever been to Warschau Straße? I was at Warschau Straße yesterday, and I saw a guy with a speaker playing techno, and he was literally trying to bite the speaker, like an apple. And I was like, you bet you don't see this in Afghanistan, right? But now you've been here 5 years now, more than 5 years. You've been like, what, 9 years?
Yeah.
All right, yes. And then you've married. Do you speak German here, or do you? Ein bisschen, ja. Ah, alles gut. Alles stimmt. Hi, Duolingo level 8, okay. People say like, Dragosh, what's your German level? What's your German? I'm C1, C2, my German level, U2. Okay, round of applause for the young lady that went to Afghanistan. That's crazy. That's crazy, right? Go to look at Afghanistan. I built a Tinder bot, AI! But I had to shut it down because it started selling drugs to people. This is what happens. This is what happens, right? How did you build a Tinder bot? Like, what was the point of the Tinder bot? To get more matches, or who's happening here?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Turkey.
And you are currently in a relationship?
Yes.
Just checking. Huh?
It's our anniversary.
Oh, it's our anniversary. Does this the Tinder bots work?
That was 7 years ago.
7 years ago, you built a Tinder bot.
Yeah, before all these AI agents.
Hey, okay, you did it in the trenches.
Yeah.
Before I did it before it was cool, before it was easy, So you sat down and you built a Tinder bot, and the purpose was to get more matches, or
Yeah.
to sell it?
I was like in an open relationship, and I didn't want to waste time using that.
He was like, I gotta fuck now, okay? I gotta optimize my threesome experience, okay? I don't have time for swiping. I don't want to do this on the app, I want to do this on the clit, That's what I want to... So you were like, I gotta optimize?
Yeah, but it was like a dumb application where you connect two Tinder profiles, and it just forwards the messages to each other, so people are actually talking to
Okay.
each other. And
So the app
it's
swipes...
like a man-in-the-middle attack, but it's like...
We're back to threesomes, guys, okay? We're back to threesomes. The man in the middle attacks, left, right.
I think they talk to you, but actually, there was a female friend of mine who also who was a lazy and didn't want to use the app.
She was a lazy threesome seeker. Like,
Exactly. So guys' messages to her were being forwarded from my Tinder profile to woman.
okay.
So we didn't have to do anything. But
This is the Berlin nightlife, okay? The Berlin nightlife experience. Like, I'm spending too much time on socializing, too little time on actual fucking, okay? This is like, and then what happened? Who decided to sell the drugs?
The drug dealer started messaging her, and my account started selling drugs to people. And I got scared and shut it.
Shut it down, okay. That's great. There's a lot to unpack there. Okay, there's a lot to unpack. There's like optimizing the Tinder swiping so there's more fucking, and then somehow a drug dealer got involved. A drug dealer was like on Tinder to sell drugs.
Yeah, I'm also the Turkish cosplay guy.
If I find it.
From.
I remember you guys. Yeah.
2 years ago.
That was This guy has stories. Okay, this guy is, and they're all related to getting laid. Okay, this is. This is the story. I remember your story. This guy. It's just a funny story. It went pretty viral. It was basically the note was like, I pretended to be another nationality so I could get laid. So I pretended to be Greek, and then I met this other girl. We had sex. Turns out, she also pretended to be Greek, and then we were both Turkish. You know, that was you, right? That was it. That was crazy. So we did Spanish. Pretended to be Spanish. Yeah. She was Greek, pretended to be Spanish.
Yeah, then we realized we are both Turkish.
That's crazy. And the young lady, where are you from?
Finland.
Actually from Finland. Okay, nice. Nice. Well, congratulations. Glad you found somebody. Yes. That's crazy. Hey guys, how long have you guys been together for now?
Like 1 year.
Oh, nice. Okay. Have you been to Finland?
Yes.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Lakes all around.
This guy's like, as long as I'm staying wet, you know what I mean? Where are you from? Like Helsinki, from Tampere, from Turku, Oulu, Jyväskylä?
Close to Tampere, it's like a small city.
I'm just flexing my job. Nice. Well, round of applause for them. Give it up for them. Well done. Make some noise if you own your apartment here. Oh my God, my core audience, the poors. It's crazy. I should have listened to my mother and bought an apartment in Bucharest. Okay, I should have. You own your apartment, sir?
Yes.
How many rooms do you have?
3.
Does this, you know, in Germany they don't fucking, they include the living room. They're like, how many rooms does this apartment have? 2, the living room and the bedroom. What the fuck scam is this, man? Like every other place in the world doesn't count the living room, but in here they count the living room as one of the rooms. I was like, can you? What about the toilet? Hey, it's 3.5, you know. But do you have 2 bedrooms and 1 living room, or do you have
2 bedrooms and 1 living room.
Okay, so you're the German model, okay? So you got 2 bedrooms. So you got two room apartment. It's like, if you want to make me poorer, if you want to bring down the price of my property. When did you buy this apartment? Are you German? Where are you from?
Originally from Canada.
From Canada. All right, the Canadians are coming here. They're like, yeah, let's go. Shut the fuck up and give me your apartments, okay? And you bought the apartment here. Are you still paying the mortgage?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. Okay, very nice. And when did you get? You know, like mortgages were like 0% in 2020. Wow, why was I not more successful in 2020? You know, like fucking. I was eating kebabs. Anyway, so you got the apartment. Can I ask how much you paid for it when you bought it?
About 300,000.
This is everybody's libido now. It's like. Well, the young lady is like, wait. Before I take off my panties, let me understand. Where is this? Where is the apartment? Give me the address. No. Where is it? In the city? Oh my God! I'm definitely taking my underwear out for ein Strudel. It's ein Strudel. Nice. So you live there by yourself? You got a partner?
Yeah, I got a wife and 2 kids.
The Polish lady has lost interest. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna fight them for the rooms? Did you guys meet in Greece or did you meet here? You met in Greece and you're like, we are moving to Germany, Hamburg. Or why did you end up here? I mean, financially, I probably understand. You guys found a job or?
He was born here,
You were born here?
and then he came to Greece because his parents are from Greece. We met there, we went to the same school, we've been together for 15 years now.
Oh, sounds like your brothers and sister. She was there. She's like a sister to me. Like a sister, right? No, like it's a Game of Thrones. But you guys, you knew each other from a very young age. You've been lovers since the age of 15. You were both 15.
No.
Aha, the pedophilia. There we go. We're back. 2026. Never forget. Never forgive. Yeah, you were also 15. Yes.
He was 15, I was
Yes.
13 and a half.
I think it's allowed, guys, okay? It's not like they were just kissing and making out, okay? Or like maybe, like, okay, I'm gonna stop right there. You've been together for so long, right? And then you got married 3 years ago. 4 years. Fuck, 2022 was like 4 years ago. Jesus fucking Christ. We're all gonna die. But anyway, so now you're married, you're happily married, and you live here, yes? What are you gonna do for your job? What's your trabajo? Okay.
I'm a coding inspector.
A coding inspector? Oh my God, you're ChatGPT? You're a coding inspector as like programming code?
No, coding.
Code? You see? ChatGPT can't do that. A coating inspector. You go around, people are like, nice coat. It's a nice jacket you got there, huh? You go to the other people, fucking need a coat. There's no coat there, yeah? What is a coating inspector?
It's someone who inspects paint.
Yeah.
That's. I think we have like. I feel like in the Bucharest metro, there are homeless people that carry paint around. They're like, good paint. I didn't even know this was a job, a coating inspector. So you go around, you're like you just like smell it, you look at it, there's like, How do you inspect the paint? Like
You measure it.
you measure the paint.
You measure the thickness of it.
You measure the thickness of it, then the length, then the girth. No. In my mind, I was like, he inspects the paint after it's applied, but usually you inspect it before it's applied, right?
Before and after.
This is fucking crazy, guys. Like, what? Which company is hiring coating inspector? Like, are you working for a paint company?
No, for a steel company.
For a steel company? Aha! Sounds like it's a Romanian company. Am I right? That was a low-hanging fruit. That's what they called it in the industry. Had to be done. Okay. So you go there and you're like, fucking, you finger the paint a little bit, and then fucking. I don't know how one inspects the paint, right? And then they put it on, and you're like, fucking. So the steel company, this is like, I gotta be honest with you, like coming here to Hamburg, you guys have industries that we don't have in Berlin, okay? What do you mean you're not a tattoo artist, okay? Or like, we don't have paint inspectors in Berlin, coating inspectors, we have cocaine inspectors, you know, like fucking, smells good, okay? So the steel company hired you to go around and fucking understand if the paint is good or not, right?
Yes.
And you've been inspecting paint for how long?
6 years.
It's been 6 years. And is it like dangerous? I'm assuming like, you know when you walk into an apartment and it's fully painted? And it smells like so much paint, I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here before my brain gets filled with toxic fumes, no?
So you have to wear your personal protective equipment.
So you have like a mask?
Yes.
Does he ever use the mask at home? It's like, I'm here to inspect the paint. Alright, not for the sexual, in those guys, this is getting crazy, okay? Nice, and you also, how do you feel about this? Do you also work in the paint industry, or?
No, I'm a doctor.
A doctor? Huh. It's very cool, right?
I also work.
You wear a mask? So their bedroom is like Sub-Zero and Scorpio, Get over here! Make sure if we got some people that got married recently as well, yeah? Any new married couples? The excitement is overwhelming, right? Like it's, are you guys married? Yes, but we're in Stuttgart. We're married in Stuttgart. It's not the same, you know. At least in Berlin, you have poop on the streets, you know. Who got married here? Where's the married couple? Where are you guys from?
It's just me, my wife is not here.
Ah, sounds like the marriage is going well. Okay. Where are you from, brother?
Mexico.
Mexico también. How did you end up in Stuttgart, brother? That's exactly how your body feels. I didn't go to church enough, and now God punishes me. Okay, this is. Where in Mexico are you from? ¿De dónde estás?
They're from the north. We got married in Vegas.
In Vegas? Wow. Okay. First of all, congratulations on getting in and out of the U.S. Okay, this is Who did you go there? Where's your wife? You also Mexican?
No, she's from Ukraine.
Ah, that's it's interesting, right? Like you guys are traveling on the border. They're like, Are you here for business or for pleasure? How did you meet your wife?
She was used to work here in Stuttgart.
She used to work here in Stuttgart, and now she no longer works, or she quit.
She quit and then she moved to Italy, but then...
Are you sure this is your wife? This conversation sounds like, you know, she's my wife, but then, you know, she's also in Italy sometimes, you know? So she lives here now. Where is she now?
Italy.
She's in Italy. And you're here because you guys, when did you get married?
We got married in December.
In December?
Yeah.
You went to Vegas in December. This was still ice time, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's already...
Did you have any difficulties getting your visa for the US? Do you just have the Mexican passport, or do you have like
I
a...
have a Mexican passport, but I already had a visa, so that was okay.
Okay, you had the visa, and then she also had her visa, yes?
Yeah.
So you went to Vegas. Was this like a spontaneous thing?
No,
I was like, baby, you know how we don't live together? Let's get married in Vegas, okay?
No, it was, we tried in Germany, it didn't work out. We tried in Denmark, it didn't work out.
They were like, we've got enough people for so far, okay? We need people with easier names to pronounce here, okay? You tried in Denmark, they rejected you, what happened?
Because I was married in the past, and they needed a document.
The certificate of singleness. You see? It's coming back, okay? Can't just go around the planet having 5 wives, okay? So you were married before, in Mexico?
In Mexico, yeah.
Okay, and then you divorced.
Yeah.
And what was the reason for the divorce?
I was very young, and then...
Cheated. That's it. He cheated. I was very young, and you know how like it just runs away. You know? Nice. How long were you married for?
4 months.
4 months. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's how young were you? Like 18? You got married at 18?
Yeah.
Like whose idea was it?
I don't remember at this point.
This guy got drugged, and they're about to take his organs, right? Was she also 18?
Yes.
Tell that to Jeffrey Epstein, okay? So anyway, so you got married, but you've known your wife for some time now. You're your Ukrainian wife now. You've known her for some time. You've done your due diligence.
Yeah, she told me to come here.
She told you to come here.
Yeah, because you...
She's like, come on over, it's free. So you were, but how did you meet her?
She used to work here, and then there was COVID, and she was organizing some illegal parties, and I went to one of those parties.
She told you to come to the show.
Yeah.
I thought she told you to come to Stuttgart, and then she left. I was like, come to Stuttgart. I'm going to Italy. Okay. I'll tell her friend. I said thank you. Okay, very nice. So you met her at the illegal parties. Okay.
Yeah.
The Ukrainian and the Mexican doing illegal things in Germany. Because I'm telling you, the Romanians are safe. Okay, we are safe. There's the Turkish, the Mexicans, the Ukrainians. There's protection everywhere. Okay. Nice. But she's coming back from Italy.
Yeah.
When?
I think in like 3 weeks.
What does she do there? What's her job? What's her trabajo?
She works for a company importing things from China.
You gotta have to wait for the Strait of Hormuz, brother. Is the Strait of Hormuz affecting your relationship directly? Is this what's happening? Yeah, bro, nothing can get through there, you know? Nothing can get through the Strait of Hormuz and in my relationship, you know? It's all nice. Round of applause for the Mexican dog. Get up for him. Ay, que bueno, yes, que de México, aquí en Alemania. Christmas, you're married here? You married people, yeah? Yeah, look at that, everybody. Oh my God. Yes, the young lady, you're married, yes? Where are you from? From Romania. Where in Romania? Dragășani. I don't even know if that's real. Sounds like a village. That's why they beat the dogs. Okay, that's why you're from Dragășani. Yes, you got married. When did you get married?
10 years ago.
10 years ago. Wow, this is before the pedophiles. Okay, this is great. Nice. And where is your partner? Is the partner here, home, Romania?
At home.
You left them at home with the children. You got 2 kids, yes. And how did you decide? Like you were talking about it, or was it like a miracle from God?
I have a brother and he has a sister.
I mean, I don't like where this is going. I don't like where this is. How did you decide to have kids? Well, I have a brother. You know, he's not paying rent. No, you have a brother and he has a sister, so you are both 2 children, yes?
Yes, we wanted this dream for our.
Okay, because you were a brother and a sister, and he had a brother and a sister, and now you have a child. You have 2, a girl and a boy.
Yes.
How did you like? What's the? What if we were 2 girls? You went like. She was like, I did it like this. No further questions, okay? We cannot go too dirty tonight, okay? Next one, if you divorced, there's always a couple. Nice. And how long have you been divorced for? 7 years. 7 years? Are you happy with the divorce so far? Yes. That's the whole point of it, yes? Best decision of my life. Nice. So how long were you married before you divorced? 3 years. You're like 3 years. You're like, it's like a university degree, you know. Like I don't think I'm passing this exam, you know. I think nice. But now you're no longer. Are you married again, or you learned your lesson? This is what you. Nice. Where are you from?
Near Stuttgart.
Oh, from here. Nice. Nice. So you got divorced. You want to tell us more details about your divorce? You don't have to. Everybody's like. People, at the end of the world, people love a little bit of gossip, right? I was like, what happened? Was it your fault, his fault, the government?
Pretty funny story.
Well, what a coincidence, we're at a comedy show. Perfect timing, you know? What happened? You don't have to tell us if you don't want to, but if you feel comfortable and you want to, rejoice a little bit. I was like, oh my God, it was so funny then. This is your ex?
No, this is my boyfriend.
Ooh, infidelity. So you knew your boyfriend while you were married?
I knew before I knew my ex-husband.
Sounds like you're blaming your divorce on your current boyfriend. I was like, if you had the guts to marry me when we were dating, I would have resolved a lot of those issues, okay? Nice. And sir, you are also here, yes?
Yeah.
You are German as well, yes?
Yeah.
So you guys were dating in high school. So this is the first time you're having a relationship.
Yes.
Okay, so you knew each other.
We knew we were good friends. Yeah, I wanted more than he wanted. But it was
So you were friends and you wanted to, but he didn't. So I was like, fine, I'll marry someone else. We'll see how you feel then, okay? So how did your parents tell you guys you have to move country? Like, how old are you, young lady? 14, okay. So how did they break the news? Did you know in advance, like a year in advance, or just like one night, you was like, we're going to? One night? Your dad broke the news or your mom? How was the news? Like, you're like, we gotta go. I was like, oh no, what happened? Don't pack your bags. Okay, no, I'll explain on the way. Or what was the... Ah, you moved before. Where did you move? Huh. It was like, are we going back to Slovakia? No. Not this time, okay? Better, Stuttgart. Okay. You guys are living in Slovakia. You guys moved a bit around, yeah? Slovakia where? Like Bratislava, or that's the only place livable? Okay, I don't know if you have any Bratislava people here, but any Slovakians in the house? Yeah? Where are you guys from in Slovakia? Did you hear that? Doesn't sound livable now, does it? Okay. Shout out to the Slovaks, yes. But anyway, so you lived in Slovakia. So this was not that new. Okay, so you're kind of like, okay, we're gonna go to Germany. What was your vibe? You're like, did you have a lot of friends in Serbia that you were gonna leave behind, or?
I was very sad.
Very sad. But you came here and you made so many friends here, right? That was not a joke, guys. It was a question. Okay, that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for coming out. Round of applause for yourselves. Love you out, fun. Give it up for you guys.